Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Magic: The Gathering Arena. It was recently brought to my attention that for the first time in like over a month, there's a playable limited format on Quick Draft. I mean, Brothers War. I don't enjoy. I don't think it's like the worst format. But like they're also running New Capenna, and then they're like, oh, how about Brothers War, then New Capenna, then Brothers War, and then like New Capenna again. So here we are, finally back in Dominaria United. That was a good format. Ether Channeler. I don't remember if I ever got this one. It's good. It's like a 2-for-1 kind of thing, or other options are available. Weatherseed Treaty is good for those domain decks. Tori has good upside, but I've had so much trouble actually getting it to work, right? It fits well in the red-white deck, obviously. What card is this? Okay, Cavalier. That's also strong, but probably going to just take the rare here. The Lookout, also quite good. Strike Team. Yeah, let's just take Ether Channeler. Blue's fun. I think the bots last time were underdrafting the domain stuff, so maybe I was supposed to take Weatherseed Treaty. Resolute Reinforcements is pretty solid. Strike Team's pretty good. What is Fires of Victory again? It's this red-blue hand-size based removal. I think we just take the Phyrexian Rager. It's so flexible and good all the time. I mean, I don't know. It's not flexible. It does exactly one thing, but like what it does is 2-for-1 your opponent. Great, right? There's some good stuff here. We could take Protect the Negotiators. It wants to be blue-white, of course. We could take Vahar, which is pretty good in the blue-black deck. I think I probably will take it. There's nothing here that's like begging me to switch colors, and this is pretty good in blue and black. Excuse me. Just finished eating. What is Pilfer again? Not very good. Bortuk, quite a strong card in the domain decks. Right now we don't really have much of a domain base, but we could maybe take this and see if that goes anywhere. Shore Up is pretty good. Splatter Goblin's okay. Or just one of these lands, like the blue-white land. We've seen a decent amount of blue stuff go by. Gin of the Fountain is just so expensive. For what it does is not actually all that good. Yes, it's a 6-mana 4/4 flyer that dodges removal if you have instants. But it takes quite a while to get up to 6 mana and play this thing, and it can't always dodge removal. The format is a bit faster than this card really wants to support, right? You want to play pretty cheap stuff. We could actually take Haunting Figment. Now that I think of it, that's a card that wants to be in blue-black. And we're still getting past Shore Ups, which suggests that the blue-black deck might be available. Yeah. We could take a Miasma. We could take Battle Rage Blessing, which is, an instant combat trick. Don't think we want Impede Momentum. Choking Miasma is just, not very good. The Sea Scavenger is not really for this deck. And neither really is Impede Momentum. We're not that aggressive. I think I'll just take Battle Rage Blessing and keep stuff alive. Wow. This is nuts. Knight of Dawn's Light and Wrath, both there, pick 6. I mean, we have to take one of them, and I think they're both pretty reasonable. Wrath is maybe better for what this deck is doing, which is so far playing instants, basically. Yeah, look at this. Resolute Reinforcement's really good, but Stall for Time is a little bit more on theme. Yeah, it's looking like blue-white. We might actually get that Protect the Negotiators back now that I think of it. I'll take the white-black land, because we are likely to want to play some of these black spells. And even if we aren't, like, it's not like Haunting Figment is incredible. It's not like we're dying to get as many of them as we can. Herbalist's okay, I guess. Don't really look forward to running it. Heroic Charge wheeling, huh? Kind of a surprise. But I'm not going to be, like, there's been no evidence that I should be playing red. I'll take the Pixie Illusionist. It's fine on 1. It's fine on 5. I don't really see any reason to be trying to run green. I guess, like, these are the colors of walls. I could grab the Shield Wall Sentinel. The upside there is certainly higher in case we get Chaplain later on. But it looks like I'm not building that deck. And Pixie Illusionist should be pretty decent for the kind of blue-white flyers and instance thing. Take up the shield. Perfectly lovely. Shore up's great. Maybe we do want Impede Momentum now. That's really more of like a red-blue card. But yeah, I mean, I think we're probably not going to play it. Okay, more shore-ups are fine. Cruelty of Gix, absolutely insane card. Knight of Dawn's Light, very good. I mean, this is double black. There's some danger that we have trouble casting it. There's so many good cards here. Right, Tolarian Terror, we have quite a few instants and sorceries, right? 5. So this is going to be good. Knight of Dawn's Light is great. Rona's Vortex is good. So, while the Cruelty of Gix is clearly the best card in isolation, I have very little pulling me to black, right? It's like Vohar, which is fine, and a Rager, which is good. I think I should try to focus more on blue-white here. If this were a single black card, I'd be happy to take it, but double black for 5 is just a little hard, I think. When there's plenty of other good options available, like, you know, do we need a Knight of Dawn's Light or do we need a Tolarian Terror? I think we want a Knight of Dawn's Light. This could wheel for all I know. Looks like Essence Scatter here. You could take Phyrexian Espionage. I don't think I will. You could take Coral Colony to have some mill endgame plan, but I don't think that's what we're up to. Could just take a flyer, I guess. But I think a counterspell's pretty fun. Pretty good for the deck. Protect the Negotiators is, like, perfect. Blue-white counterspell, yes please. I could take a negate, but I think I'd rather just have a flyer. Blue-white land looks great. Certainly better than Urtai's Scorn, right? Blight Pile, I guess? Blue-white land over Captain's Call, I assume. I have a little bit that wants, you know, Raph kind of likes you to go wide, but he doesn't care that much. And nothing else cares at all, so I think just take another land. I guess there's the Barricade. Nah. Destroy Evil's great. Pass. Coral Colony came back, huh? Well, I've picked up a couple of walls, haven't I? 2. Or is there one in the deck? Did I actually take one? I think no, right? Right, okay. I'd rather have the Phyrexian Espionage, though. I'm just not going to be milling people out. And drawing cards is always nice. Another Pixie's okay. Necromancy I don't think is very good in a deck that's relatively creature light and instant heavy. Oh, you know, the Pixie I have makes it easier to splash stuff, because I can use this to give me another color. So maybe Cruelty of Gix was a better choice over Dawn's Light, but it's still very good either way. I took like 4 of these once, and they were horrible, even in like the deck that's supposed to support them. I just can't see myself playing this. Negate and Academy Wall are both okay. I think I'll take a Negate. Scorn's fine. Academy Wall's fine. I mean, I've got the deck already, pretty much. Oh no, am I really going to run Tura? It's so slow. Just because it's like so expensive, basically. We really are the deck that wants to run it, and I still don't really think I'm supposed to take it over like Citizen's Arrest. Because right now what I have is a ton of counters and not really much removal. If something actually sticks, it's nice to have Citizen's Arrest to get rid of it. On the other hand, you know, a 3/3 flyer that makes tokens is kind of cool, but I really don't have much to benefit from the tokens, as I said previously. It's really just like protect the negotiators and nothing else. Yeah, I'm going to take an Arrest here. Another flyer. We could take the Soaring Drake, but I want this because it has like a non-trivial chance that it'll actually like we'll get to trigger the kicker just with Pixies, right? And if you do that, it's quite good. Destroy Evil would be reasonable here as well. But we're just like Flyer's tempo, I guess. Take up the shield's okay, but just give me another Mystic, please. I mean, take up the shield isn't just okay, it's good. Cut down is a little bit tempting, but we really have very little excuse to be in black at all, right? Vohar is not a good enough reason if I don't have a bunch of land fixing. And I could take a Haunting Figment here, which is fine. What are the instants and sorceries that I have right now? Like, it's not actually going to be unblockable very often, right? Because we're playing our instants, like, in response to enemy plays, not as a prelude to declaring attackers. I think let's just, like, throw out all this black stuff. Actually, we do have some kicker to black. Is it just that one card? It is. I think we have enough fixing that we can... Well, I say fixing. Pixie is not exactly fixing, but it sort of is. I can afford to run, like, to splash Vohar, which I think should be quite good. But I don't want to add, like, more black spells, like Cut Down, when there's... I don't know. But Haunting Figment is also just bad. I don't know. It's a 2-mana 2/1. It does something. No, I'm going to take the Cut Down. War Leech. I don't really... This is going to be very bad. Our deck doesn't have any expensive cards in it. Rona is, you know, something the deck is kind of trying to do, but I think double black is just asking too much. Probably stall for time is the best choice here. Ooh. Combat research, we don't really... I mean, it's good on flyers, but I'd rather just take another excellent flyer. I think just I mean, kind of nothing, right? Take a negate. I don't think I'm running it. This deck doesn't want any Academy walls, right? They're not aggressive enough. We're trying to stop them from getting threats on the board and attack with tokens and flyers, basically. This lets me sift into my flyers, I guess. I think cut down is just so greedy. Well, here's the thing. I'm not taking a third negate. I'm not even running the second one that I have. And I'm not taking an Academy wall. And Vanguard is playable, right? We have a couple cards that generate tokens, right? Is it a couple? Okay, there's Channeler. There's another one somewhere here, right? Isn't there? I thought I had something else that makes tokens. Did I not keep that? There it is. Protect the negotiators. So not a ton of tokens, but some. And this could do something. We got the big bird boy back, huh? Okay. I think it is worth having in the deck. Destroy Evil's good. None of this is good. Still don't want Rona. So some cutting to do here. Got a nice aggressive curve. I don't think we need 3 shore-ups. I do want the 2 destroy evils. Probably don't need 2 take up the shields when we also have 2 shore-ups. Well, this is a pretty low-cost deck, right? We could... come back. We could probably just run 15 lands. And be all set, right? So it's given... I'm taking 2 black sources plus the 2 pixies. I think that's fine. No red sources, but the pixies still can activate Mystic. And we ended up with a ton of instants, but enough creatures that we can get some tempo out there and attack with flyers. Let's see how it goes. Big D McGee. I guess this hand's okay. No, I don't have any blue. I don't have any islands. The swamp got me. What the fuck is this hand? All right, we're playing a 5. Okay, well, Battling Mystics will be really good if I get I need blue mana and red mana. Like, are there no islands in the deck? What is going on? It's my most common land type, and in 7 hands I drew 1 island. I think. No, I drew none, right? 21 cards? I need to assume I'll hit an island soon to have a chance here. So I might as well keep the early plays. I mean, I'm aware I did cut down to 15 lands. So in some sense I deserve this. But it's not like... I'd be happy to have 3 lands. I just don't want them all to be white. Alright, I mean, I guess I'm out of here. Nice quick game. Thanks, Magic. I don't know why I stayed away for so long. Senior Tokes. Okay, this is a lovely hand. It has an island. It has threats. It has counter. It has removal. Now I just have to play a draft where you're only allowed 1 loss instead of 2. Because that last game was BS. Wait, the pixie has to be kicked green, I just realized. So in fact I can't kick my first pixie. Okay, this looks kind of like some domain thing. So Destroy Evil is probably pretty good. Stall for Time, maybe not so much. I don't know, Stall for Time replaces itself. Essence Scatter is nice. But I'm not going to have time to... Well, actually... Yeah, let's just say I'm not really going to be able to play it right away. I'll trade here. Right? Won't I? 'Cause I don't have any plan to deal with this anytime soon. I guess in that case, maybe I shouldn't have kept Stall for Time, because it relies on them having 2 creatures to be good. But I don't think it's going to take them long to have 2 creatures. Speaking of... I'm going to let them attack here. Stall for Time to draw 1 card is fine, but I'd rather get the tempo. Oh, they're not attacking. It's a bit of a surprise. I'd rather get the tempo of the stun counters is what I was in the middle of saying. And I guess also the value of Wrath letting me draw when I... Oof! Okay. Didn't enlist, huh? Oh, right. Okay. I mean, they might have a combat trick, but I sort of doubt it. Actually, I think I should try to kill the tokens, right? Because they likely have some graveyard recursion, and you'd rather have this not be in the graveyard. These can't be picked back up after they've been killed. Like, they didn't actually get all that much damage in. I'm not too annoyed about that attack. It looked worse than it was, really. That one? Knight of Dawn's Light is a good card. I don't think I'm likely to be destroying evil next turn, so I guess I'll swing with Wrath. Well, I was right. I'm not destroying evil this turn. Seven mana, so I can make Wrath a 2/4 and yeah, swing with all this, I guess. I can pay 2 mana to pump Knight of Dawn's Light here, but I'd rather have that available on blockers to deal with the bog. I mean, I could also have not pumped at all, even with Wrath, and not. But then, like, I wouldn't have gotten Vigilance, which is pretty important. I think it's fine to play this Plains. The extra mana can matter. If I draw another land next turn, I'll have more pumps for Knight of Dawn's Light. And it's not like I'm really representing a big threat by holding up a blue-white mana, right? Why would you attack with only that? Yeah, that makes more sense. Swing in for 6. But I really think they probably have some combat trick. Because otherwise this attack is very bad. I could wait until I have more. Yeah, I think keeping 2 creatures on the board is just too important. I'll take 6 here. They didn't do anything, so I don't know. I kind of speculate that they actually don't have anything. And I'm just going to sit back now, because apparently we're not racing. I want more mana for my pump abilities. This is kind of scary. What are they doing? Ah, they had something they couldn't use. use. Until I activated Wrath. Interesting. I don't think this was such a bad deal for me. I guess I'm at 4, which is... No, I'm at 7, right. Which is bad. But not crippling. The Knight of Dawn's Light can hold them off for quite a while. I don't know. They could easily just like play Captain's Call or something and I'm in a lot of trouble. Now, this is already drawing me a card. I think I'm okay letting this resolve and keeping the gate for something a little more important. Put one into your hand, this one. No black sources, but this is still great. Okay, now we're looking at good stuff here. Ooh. Well, once that gets any counters, I can kill it. There's my Pixie just after I've lost my need for any color fixing. Does keeping this back help with anything? Take up the shield is going to be really important on blockers because I can make Knight of Dawn's Light a large lifelinker, right? They're going to think like, hey, I can attack with a bunch of... Well, I don't know, actually, because they have to tap this and sack something. They can't actually do that much attacking, I think. And since we want to save take up the shield for blocks, I'm not putting it on this. I do play the Pixie here, right? Yes. And it could be useful. Sure. Now activate Aaron, presumably. You still don't really have any attacks. Fine. So if I attack with both of these, I mean, they could potentially get in for 5. Or, well, 4, I guess. And that's fine with me. Also, I have shore up, so I have more blockers if there's an emergency. This is why Knight of Dawn's Light is such an important card. He's just completely holding down the fort all alone. Nothing I'm doing is... Like, I would be dead 100 turns ago if I didn't have Knight of Dawn's Light. Losing Raph was a blow, but... Knight of Dawn's Light still holds everything together. It's delicate. right? If they get a little bit more, it might look like they can kill me, but hopefully this take up the shield is enough life gain to stem the flow, the damage. I don't know. Opponent on a bathroom break. I mean, you would think if they were calculating lethal, they'd be mousing over more stuff. Yeah. Oh, really? So, giving something +1/+1 till end of turn, like, I could trade the Mystic for their 3/3, I guess. Right? If I wanted to. I don't really want to. Do I have lethal? There's a thought. Suppose I block and kill the Vigilant thing. Let them in for 5. Then I have 3/5 plus... Yeah, that's lethal, right? This is just lethal on board, even? Okay, well, nice to be given a freebie there. I guess opponent really was... Oh, no, I wanted to give the happy face. I just have facial blindness, I guess. That was a fine match. Sorry, opponent. Oh, any quests to reroll today? We're not playing black or green spells. Hopefully we're attacking with creatures. So, one thing I wanted to revisit was the pixies, I guess. They're never going to get kicked, but I think still as 1-mana 1/1 flyers, they're fine. And I guess in that game, I never did end up using the negate, and so I could have had my 3/2 alive, killing them faster. You know, does that necessarily mean I was wrong to negate to not negate? I don't know. The 3/2 flyer was good, but losing it drew me the 2/1 flyer a little faster. And made me feel a lot safer about, you know, what could happen on... Having negate meant that there were just a lot of things I didn't have to worry about. Cut down, I guess. Okay, you got me. That's fine. I don't mind seeing Pixie get cut down, I don't think. A non-land card. The 3-mana flyer, maybe? The 2-mana flyer. Joke's on you. I drew another one. Oh, Snare Spinner's good. Not much I can do about it, actually. That is a non-creature spell. Get that shit out of here. They played that into negate, so they must have been happy to have it negated. Seems a little surprising to me, but sure. I was hoping to get a 3rd land someday. I mean, I know. I did this to myself in the draft, or when I built the deck. Still, I feel like we should be hitting 3 lands somewhat more often. Last game we had so many lands, and it was still fine because I had Knight of Dawn's Light. I can swing with this. I don't mind trading if they have some trick. Alright. You know what? Just pass the damage. I'm not even going to bother pumping here. They wouldn't do this if they didn't have something that makes this cooler for them. I want to, like, I don't know. I wanted to have Destroy Evil in response in case they buffed this, basically. It's a lot of mana. I could arrest this and swing, but that's horrible. I can attack again and... I don't know. I don't think that's going to go so hot for me. But I guess we'll see. It doesn't seem harmful. The Vanguard is better, I think, because once I have enough mana, I can use it to actually do stuff. Whereas the Cavalier doesn't really do anything until I can get rid of this somehow. I'm worried about a red-black or green-black deck with 6 mana. They can do some really nasty stuff. That's not so bad. It's good value for them, but it's not like a game winner. Most of their game winners I can kill with espionage, with Destroy Evil, which is nice. Just don't really want to stall for time here. Attack with the ground creatures, maybe? Trading these is not good, I guess. Attacking with this is actually bad because they double block. It just trades for the Rager. I'm not really going to play any other stuff, so I guess I just go for a flyer. They already know I have this in hand, so I'm not surprising anyone. There's the big 7 mana spell they were waiting for. Haha. So now attacking with this looks somewhat palatable, right? Because the double block doesn't actually get me. Actually, it wouldn't have gotten me before, now that I think of it. Okay. Not much I can do about that. Okay, that's a little sad. Okay, I guess you got me. I mean, I don't think I'm that likely to get a black source here anytime soon. Let's just draw. Black source was the next card on top of the deck, naturally. Shouldn't have played a land if this is... Well, but no, I thought I wanted to attack with the Knight of Dawn's Light. And having that land made that much, much better. So I don't think it was the wrong play, but if I'd known the order of my deck, it's one of many things I would have done differently. Oh no. My dang flyers. Well, at least Raph's okay. sure. I'm not happy about it, but this wasn't doing much anyway. I guess in principle, like, Raph is about to arrive as a potential blocker for it. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have blocked because Raph likes to have things to tap. Why am I at 23? I gained 2 from this, didn't I? What did I gain another one from? I don't know. I'll wait till I can kick this. They're not even attacking for some reason. I feel like, I don't know. I guess without this, they don't have good blocks. Fair enough. Oh, did I forget to activate this? No, this is my first turn with this card available. Maybe I shouldn't have played a land, huh? I just forgot what Vahar does. I mean, like, if I really had to, I could pump Raph and attack, but this Death Touch blocks, so I would have to be stalling for time first, and this is not nearly enough damage to justify that. Opponent seems to be drawing way too many lands. So we're in good shape there. Okay, that's a great card. Also great. I mean, I could destroy the... Like, I could arrest the fly? That seems so bad. And it doesn't really even do anything, aside from tap me out of Essence Scatter mana. A 3-2 that gets to attack as a 4-2? That's sort of fine. I guess. Probably don't. Well, I mean, 2 of these are not bad, I guess. But what else am I discarding? I feel like Destroy Evil is kind of mandatory. But if they play something good, I can just counter it? Well, not this turn, because I'm planning to spend 7 mana on Stall for Time. Tapping down the turtle. Shore Up is okay. I guess actually, wait a minute. I can hang on to... Yeah, I just leave the turtle up, right? Tap down these guys. And then I can swing in for a bunch over the course of a couple turns. There's also the argument that, like, what if I made a bird? A 2/1 blocks this great. Yeah, I think this is worth going shields down to get this out of turn sooner. Because I have Destroy Evil if things are really out of hand. And Arrest. I don't want a card, I want a bird. I'm pretty weak to non-creatures at the moment, of course. Although I guess enchantments would be fine. I have Destroy Evil. They know I have Destroy Evil, so... They're probably not going to give me any really juicy enchantments, but... There's one. What's this going to do? Saga 2. The Rager? What else is in your graveyard? Yeah. These haven't really drawn any threats now that I look at it. So they wanted to draw. Okay. Non-land, non-token permanent. Well, I'd rather not. Oh, Raph, right? I have 8 mana? Yeah, Raph is fine here. And with Take Up the Shield in reserve, I think I can just swing all here. Shore Up as well, in case things get nasty. I think I'm perfectly fine with those trades. Yeah, let's see if they want to do anything. Looks like no. Okay. I'm not going to sacrifice any non-land, non-token permanents. So you can have a card. I mean, Braid's Frightful Return drew them a Rager, which drew them a card. And then it also drew them a card when it did the last step. So that's pretty nice. It was, you know, 3 mana, draw 3, right? Because it drew the Rager, then it drew a card. Gonna say no to that, I think. And it looks like I'm going to be arresting the fly, honestly. Because that means this can start attacking again. Which is very useful. Uh-oh. Well, those aren't that bad. I guess if I'd used Shore Up, I would have had Urtai Scorn up for the repossession, but they didn't even get to repossess anything all that good. I just thought it would be nice to get a counter on this thing, but I think I was probably wrong. I don't know, maybe not. And I don't think I can really pump Raph in any useful way to attack with him, nor this bird. And I want to keep mana open to counter stuff, so we're just going to swing with the 4-3. And if they try to block, we can shore up. Because this turns into a 3-3, which... Oh no, I didn't notice. Ah! Oh, my mistake. Gotcha, I did notice. Alright, finally got through all their dang flying blockers. And I still have Essence Scatter, which was an important part of that plan. How bad is that card for me? Not very, right? You can have it? Like, Raph is just lethal, right? I suppose I could have countered their spell, but it's equally good not to. A lot of resources left in hand that I never found a use for. Too much, I don't know, value? Clearly I would have been in much better shape if some of those removal spells had been creatures and I could be attacking with them. I also could have exiled the Fly 100 years ago, but at the time I was operating under the assumption that their deck had good cards in it. Whereas I guess what it had was just a million ways to play Rager. I assume they did have good cards. They just got unlucky. They couldn't draw any threats. I've got all the colors. I've got a 3-drop, which is a little slow, but I have potential counterspell on 2. Okay, I think I can wait to play my other tap land now, because this gives me a nice 2 and 3 curve. And this can start, like, drawing, filtering... Well, not drawing, filtering, really. Yep, that attack makes sense. No blocks. This card's really scary. I wish I had been able to counter it. But I wasn't in like a commanding position with just Vohar on board against a 2/2. I need to get something out. You can afford to sit back on counters when you're like kind of already ahead. But if you're behind on the board, you can't just say, I'll wait till you do something, because what they'll do is just attack you every turn until you die. And they don't have to do anything. So your counter spells may never get value. Once you have something worth protecting, yes, fine. Hold open mana for counter spells. What are they thinking about? Which of my flyers to remove? That doesn't make any sense. They would obviously remove the 3/2, right? I see. So now if they attack, I could double block and lose both of them in a trade. That seems pretty bad. Right, and if I block here, this thing gets bigger as well. Okay. Oh, you know, I should probably do this first. And here again, I don't really have something to protect yet, right? I need to get this on the board where it can threaten to actually accomplish something. So I can give all my creatures +1/+0, +1/+1. I actually have reasonable blocks. Sort of. Yikes. Obviously, I wish I'd been able to counter some of this stuff. But that's kind of a pointless wish. It would be wrong to be able to counter this stuff. I'd be losing in a different way instead of losing in this way. And here, I have some potential chance to recover, maybe? Like, Destroy Evil would solve a lot of problems. Gotta find something good quick. That's not it. Big card draw, huh? I don't think I can afford that. I need to keep my... I don't know what you call this buff. Like, it buffs all your board. Like, but there's some effect... There's a name for that effect, right? Where, like, Anthem is the name for an enchantment that gives everything +1/+1. What do you call a combat trait that gives everything +1/+1? I don't know. Mass Pump is sort of vague. Or generic. What are you trying to do to me? Alright, that resolves. Bone Splinters. If I ask them to pay 6, they're just going to pay 6. So I can't actually counter this, right? Right. Alright, well, I think I'd better get the benefit while I can. Because I don't think I'm actually playing any of this stuff now. I guess I could have tapped Vahar first and seen if I drew a different counter. That would have been better. Right, if I hit my negate... or was there another counterspell that would work on that? Airtight Scorn. Okay, Destroy Evil does solve a lot of problems. That's good. Blow up the 4/4 flyer, presumably. Is it useful to wait on that? I guess. But I think I can activate Vahar now to see if I draw any cool ideas. Okay, Arrest is really nice. Can't use it this turn, but... No, I don't think there's any reason to wait or to do this right away, right? I'm still in kind of sad shape. Okay, none of that, please. Oof. Okay. I think we're in good shape, sort of. I don't have any way to get green without playing the first Pixie. I wish I could have both, because then I could play Pixie and use this to kick, but I'm not actually ready to kick this anyway. So I'll take a 2-mana 2/1, thanks. I'm not going to attack with Vahar here. They could very well have Destroy Evil. And the 1 damage from Vahar is not really that useful anyway. Although it does kind of feel like if they have Destroy Evil, I just lose anyway. So I could chance it. Making an opponent discard a card is starting to look pretty useless, right? So I might as well just get card draw by using Vahar on this, probably. It regains me more life, which is also valuable. It is Destroy Evil, okay. Now, Vahara's second ability is pay 2. And you pick an instant or sorcery from your graveyard. So do I have any good ones? Yeah, I have Destroy Evil, right? So for 4 mana, I can blow that thing up. If I keep Vohar. But then, of course, I have to sacrifice Vohar. Well, at least they didn't have a pump spell. Ooh! Okay, I guess that's what I'm going to destroy then. Does Pixie do anything? I don't have anything left that needs the fixing. This is just a 1/1 flyer. On the other hand, I can squeeze it in while playing a Destroy Evil. How much does that matter? It kind of looks like I'm just double blocking to trade for their 4/4, so I guess it would give me... I could either have a 1/1 or I could have this still in hand. This has got to be better than a 1/1, right? So you can activate it and then do the sack ability. Nice card. Oh, that's so bad. So I think we make a bird here, right? To chump the 4/4 for a bit. Bouncing something doesn't do anything. Drawing a card is unnecessary. Bird seems amazing. Playing around Phyrexian Espionage, I guess. If I kick this, I don't have any mana available to do anything, so I guess I'm not doing that. Playing this island doesn't actually accomplish anything, because I'm limited on white mana, not on total mana. But I guess it's still like a play. Very happy to see that. Why is this glowing? Hello? Oh, because it's an ability. I feel like this is not how cards normally look when they have an ability, but like the blue just seems too white for some reason. I can do this and still have Shore Up available, and Shore Up is actually enough. Oh, also I don't have to kick it. That's a fine tap. I don't have a lot of cards left. But this is actually a ton of damage, right? You'd love to see them just playing and doing nothing. You'd love to have a negate as well. So if I swing with all here, I can pump the knight 3 times. It would be 8 damage, wouldn't it? 9 if I use Shore Up, and like that looks like lethal. So it seems like a pretty good idea to me. Okay, we got him. Had to hang on tight until I found the removal, but Vahar went and found it for me, and then let me play it twice. Another game won by Knight of Dawn's Light. I mean, there were other cards involved. But Knight of Dawn's Light was kind of... It wasn't just the finisher, right? It held things together for a bit until I could finish. In a sense, Stall for Time was like a big part of how I won as well. Right, it let me actually get in attacks without fear of reprisal. Igneous Darkside. Don't really know what that means or refers to. Alright, fine hand. Nothing incredible. I can't do anything on 1 or 2, but my 3s are nice. Opponent mulligans, by the way. My hands since that starting mulligan to 5 have been reasonable. There was one game where I, took a long time to draw my 3rd land, but I did end up winning that game, did I not? So I can't be too mad about it. Black, white. I probably just want a card here? But I'm not sure. Let's take the bigger flyer first and then decide... Bigger, less flexible card. Decide what to do with this thing later. Cut down, I guess. Urborg. Okay. Yeah, now I know. I want a bird, of course. Nice card. Making a bird, I imagine? Yep. Ooh. So I could play Wrath and leave Protect the Negotiators up. Or I could just throw down my 3/3. This is about to become a 3/2, and this is a 2/2, which is a problem. The 3/3, I guess, blocks the 2/2 pretty well. These aren't blocking next turn, so might as well get in the damage. If they trade, I'd be thrilled. If they swing both, I'll probably let it in. I'll believe them, whatever they're bluffing. If they swing just the 3-2, I can probably swing with my 3-3. Okay, this worked out pretty well, in fact. Kinda rather you didn't. I don't really have anything to take advantage of all these tokens I get from this bird. That's why it's just like, I don't know. Not that good a card, I think. If they're offering this trade... I mean, this is going to make a lot of 1/1 tokens. I'm not sure exactly how good that is. I think I want the flying damage to still be around, so no blocks. Okay, this can activate... Can activate this effect. But I also want to threaten the RAF activation. And I'm not doing this right away. I think we just pass. No attacks, no spells. If they get me on the RAF activation, that's sort of life. Don't like that. Just biding my time here. This looks like a great time to get out some more flyers for when I tap these down with stall for time forever. Now, if I'm not blocking with this, I could attack with it, but the point is it's blocking against the 2-2. Maybe I don't care about that. Maybe I care more about their life total than mine. No, because I can get in a pretty big alpha strike with RAF and a bunch of flyers once I've cleared the air. But I don't want to lose a bunch of life waiting for that to happen. I want to be stable until I can get there. Okay. So now they have 3 flyers, which is too many. Stalling for time to tap it all down and swing in does seem kind of fun. Or tap some of it down anyway. I don't even know how I want them to block. I guess I tap down the bigger flyers, probably? And I think we do this. Because I guess Raft, by the way, is one way to make use of all these soldiers I keep saying I don't have a way to use. So this lets me get in a lot of damage in exchange for one of my flyers, which I'm fine with. I don't know which one they want. The 1/1. Okay. Big card. So the number of blockers or attackers that I have is 9. They have 4 blockers. So at least 5 are getting in. 4. 5? 5 are getting in. And I have a shore up available to buff one of the ones that gets in. So I'm getting in for at least 11. Although, actually, maybe I just trade this off? No. I'm wondering if I should attack with Raf or not. Because they can just eat it up here, which would be kind of sad. But it would mean I'd be getting in more damage with my other stuff. Well, I guess I have shore up to protect Raf if I have to. That tap's fine. So this is what? 10 damage? 12 damage. So shore up looks like lethal. Do I go for it? Oh, I see. They couldn't block as efficiently as I was... I estimated their most efficient possible block, but I had too much power in flying creatures. So it's, oh, they're tapped out, so there's not really much to go for, right? This is 8, 12, 13. Did I say they're tapped out? What I meant is they have an empty hand. All right, good work. So the Raf, okay. The bird, Tura, right? Yeah, Tura, was quite good that game. It made a ton of soldier tokens for Raf to play with. I think all of those soldier tokens were from the bird. I don't think I got... No, I got one from Protect the Negotiators. And Raf made the tokens useful by drawing cards with tapping them and by threatening to block with them. But they didn't actually block. Instead, they attacked in for lethal. Sure. the plan seems to be to, like, Phyrexian Espionage into some plays. Could not have asked for a better top deck than Knight of Dawn's Light, of course. Have I been calling it Dawn's Hope? I don't think I have. Mono white. I mean, okay, they're probably not mono white, right? But so far we've only seen white. Doesn't have a lot to deal with this. If they attack, I'm probably going to assume it's take up the shield, because there's nothing else in white that makes this attack any good at all. That I can remember, right? Like, could there be something? What are the white instants in this format? Artillery Blast, Destroy Evil. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's Joined Forces, but that seems awful. So this kind of has to be Take Up the Shield. There's no other possibility. So, no blocks. And now we should just note that opponent has Take Up the Shield and keep that in mind for future turns. Whoa. Okay. I'm on 8 cards. I could Destroy Evil this. Doesn't seem incredible. Actually, it, like, kind of does. Because the bird and the 1/1 are pretty scary. Don't like that. This card traded 1-for-1 with my Destroy Evil, and it drew each of us 2 cards, a symmetric effect. So I'm not too mad about that. We each spent a card, we each drew 2 cards. They still have Take Up the Shield, so untapping to block is not successful. We will not do that. I would love to just blow that up. But I guess I can... No, if I attack into it, they have Take Up the Shield, right? So that's not so great. I'd also love to just, like, play a flying attacker. Actually, I do have Urtai's Scorn, don't I? When they try to take up the shield, I could just block. I could counter it. Yeah. Let's just go for a block here on their 2/1. Attacking into this could work, but I don't want to. Because if they let it in, I don't really have any good ways to threaten all the stuff I need to do. Jeez, who are these people? I mean, I know I have one, but it seems unfair that they get one too. I could counter this, but eventually I can arrest it instead. But I was going to arrest this. Let's just assume I can trade for it on somewhat even terms. So that's one hurdle navigated. I don't have any black, right? Yeah. So it would be nice to save this, but if there's only, yeah, I mean, there's plenty of other good plays here, right? Could play out a 3/2 flyer, which kind of sucks. This 3/2 blocker and a, yeah, and my 2/1 seems like the best play. Leaves me with no tricks available, but they don't have a lot of mana to pump the 2/2 with. So some blocks might be good. Oh, no pumps at all. Interesting. Okay, we can play the Pixie now and actually have the chance to kick something in a minute. They're pretty well ahead, I think. The life race matters a lot. I don't appreciate that. I think kicking the 1/1, using the 1/1 to kick this is actually pretty important, so I'm going to blow up a 2/1 instead. Oh, that's nice. Don't want to do it right now. But they haven't been playing lands, so these are all meaningful spells. So getting them to discard one is a great value. Attacking here is very dangerous, though. Like, I'm going to have to use all of these creatures as blockers in not unlikely scenarios. They have... These two knights are just so brutal. Oh my god, again? That's so good. Well, I don't need this anymore. I love that I'm getting time. I can arrest one of the knights if I want. I think I'd rather just like have this available. I don't know, arresting the first strike knight seems pretty palatable. Can I afford to attack with the flyer? I would think not, but maybe yes. I have shore up. Yeah, I can swing for some damage here. And they don't have enough swamps to pump this to a 4/4, so I'm pretty safe from any attacks by anything, I think. Okay. I guess we block both of these with take up the shield available. Okay. Can't stop that from resolving. Oh no. That's so good. They have so much value over there. Well, yeah, I guess that's a fair way to describe the deck. Or the situation. Those Banalish Sleepers with the Captain's Call are getting 100% value. Another Pixie. I guess it's fine. Something to sacrifice to the Sleeper. That's also bad. Knight of Dawn's Light, though, is hanging on. As usual. We just need a miracle. This is a little bit surprising. I guess I'll take 5? It's actually a lot surprising. They must have some plan to reanimate this, I guess. Urborg Repossession. Not much I can do about it if so, but it doesn't really seem worth it for 6 damage. 5 damage. I guess the idea is you can just swing with everything every turn, and eventually I won't. I can't make that many blocks with Knight of Dawn's Light. Really, just 1 creature per turn, basically, is the rule. And enough chip damage will get in, maybe. That's not great. Not sure why you main phased that, but okay. Yeah, I look pretty dead here. Because I can't even come up with... Well, no, I guess I have to shore up here to keep this alive so I have enough blockers for the Menace guy. How good is a bird? I think we want a card, right? I don't know, actually. A bird kills the 3/1. I think a bird is great. They just have so many creatures somehow. They've only drawn 5 lands out of 21 cards. I have 8 out of 23, 9 out of 23 cards. Which feels about normal for a 15 land deck, right? Maybe a little bit land heavy, but not that land heavy. It's more that opponent has somehow hit nothing but spells all game long, and they're all good and they all work together. Well, most of them are good. They all work together at least. Ugh. Main phase pump, huh? What is that about? You know I can make mine bigger, right? Just tapping out for no reason? What? What? What is this shit? I guess they want to reanimate it? They're trading their Knight of Dawn's Light for my 1/1 bird, which seems crazy. Okay, that's big enough. Where are all my pixies? I played 2 of them and they all got sacrificed. Okay, well, I mean, it's a blocker. That's all I could really ask for. Land number 7. Okay. A little bit more reasonable now. Actually, I wonder if I could have gotten away with attacking with this 3/2. Probably not. Maybe I could have. I'll certainly try now. Great. I don't think I could attack with both flyers. I think that's a little bit too much. And now it's looking a little bit foolish to have played all those lands when I could instead be cycling them. But they were providing the opportunity to buff the Knight of Dawn's Light, especially when I played the Plains. I don't think I was wrong to play lands. Good. Opponent hasn't found a way to attack. Wrath is unbelievable. I probably should have activated this first. But given that I didn't, I'd rather keep it untapped to be a potential blocker. This attack still seems greedy. But with Wrath's ability available on defense, I think it still is greedy. I guess if the next card in my deck is Tura, I really should have been activating Vohar. Would I counter this? No, I guess I wouldn't. So no need to activate Vohar now. Ooh, stall for time kicked, huh? Turn these guys off so that I can attack more comfortably? It seems good. I'm gonna actually tap... I can't attack because they have like all these 1/1s that are a bit scary. So I think I want to tap down my potential attackers. But what do I want to block with? Wrath or the 2/1? Or a different 2/1? I think this 2/1 is a good... But Wrath can block a 1/1 and not die? So it's which of these two do I want to block with? I guess not the flyer, right? Okay, Destroy Evil's nice. Negate is great. Anything I would want to cast from the graveyard? Yeah, but not right now. I was sort of hoping to draw a land, because I think I haven't played a land for turn yet, right? And that would let me keep Wrath open. Honestly, this is as good a Destroy Evil as we're going to get against this deck, I think. And I want to draw cards. Well, they might have Citizen's Arrest or something, actually. I think it's worth saving for something like that. This is enough to activate Wrath twice. So we can activate Wrath. And make some pretty serious attacks. Sure, that's fine. Any of these are all right, I think. No? I want to keep the negate available for, you know, other weird stuff they might have. This is a less flexible counterspell-ish thing. Wow, they don't want to trade a 3/1 for something? I can't activate Wrath again. Alright, I'll take it. Yeah, Wrath completely makes the deck. Without him on the board, we're not doing a lot most of the time. Wow! It's a good thing we kept that Destroy Evil. I didn't know I was keeping it for this. We're completely in the clear in terms of abilities, right? Now, I would take 2 damage to draw a card right now if I did this. I don't think I want to. I'm doing just fine on the board. My life total is the problem, and I don't... Oh, I wouldn't even... Oh, wait, right, this... Yeah. Oh, I should have done this first, I guess. Yeah, I could have Essence... I could have countered the Sheoldred. I mean, do we not just win by swinging with all and pumping twice? 3 creatures get in. If it's these 3, then that's 10 damage. If it's anything else, then it's more. Alright. Take that, Shieldred. I'm trying to remember what they did early to put me under so much life pressure. Oh, was this the guy who had the, like, Night of Dawn's Light, Night of Dusk's Shadow twice or something? There's 2 Nights of Dusk's Shadow. Night of Dawn's Light, which they played twice. A second Night of Dusk's Shadow. Yeah. That was why I took such an early beating. I couldn't really block their knights. I feel like they missed some good attacks that would have put me under a lot more pressure. Made it more difficult for me to get in those attacks I was getting. Hello? That's in Arabic? I don't have my client set to Arabic. Don't know what to tell you. This is not Arabic. This is, I can read this. Fizzy bubbly. I don't have to look any further than here to see that this is a good hand. These instants are nice to have as well. Obviously not as thrilled about Tura. God, I'm getting confused with Kura, Boundless Sky from Kamigawa. It's the green dragon, right? Yeah, Kura the Boundless Sky is the green dragon. Good, they don't seem to have any combat tricks or they'd be attacking. So we just do what blue does. Play a land, go. Wow. Nobody plays mono black in this format. Are you crazy? Let's say no. I don't have anything to... Well, I mean... Yeah, I don't really want to deal with the big flyer. I can deal with it eventually, but I'd just rather not. And the pumping effect would matter. You don't have any attacks, just pass. Go. Land for turn, pass. Here's blue. All right. I'm happy if you're happy. Shields are down. You can cast a spell if you want to. I guess I could attack first. Given that they have no combat tricks, this is as good a blocker as the 2/2 is. And this way... Actually, if they double block, what happens? I guess I can survive, right? So that's fine. Let's just swing. I would pump it twice. Okay. I guess it doesn't block just as well, because the 2/1 actually doesn't mind attacking into this 3/3 flyer. So I traded 2 life of theirs for 2 life of mine, which doesn't honestly seem like that good a deal. Okay. Well, I mean, we 2 for 1. That's just gonna have to do... Wait, what? Splatter Goblin chose to target the creature that was dying anyway. I guess it doesn't matter. I could swing here. Get in for 4 while they get in for 3. If I don't swing, they get in for 1, I get in for nothing. So in terms of actually trading life, you know, I do gain differential damage by attacking here, but I don't think those are the terms I should be thinking in. I need to preserve my life and hold up a counterspell, right? If I pump 6 mana into getting a little bit of face, or 4 mana to get a little bit of face damage in, I'm no longer protected from them trying to win the game. Not even attacking with the flyer? Really? How is that doing anything on blocks? Alright, I accept. Don't need the stall for time. Do I even play this land? It's probably good to do. If I run into Vahar, I'll kind of wish I had kept it, but I'll be happy I have Vahar anyway. I wonder if they really are mono black. They could, you know, have like a blue spell in hand or something, or whatever. Some color. But maybe they're really just black. I'm not going to use this for just like a little bit of draw. I will play a 2-1, I think, right? Why not? This is something they could cast down. They could be waiting for me to like commit to making this, you know, spend my last 2 mana on making this a 3/3, and then they cast it down before that resolves. Doesn't seem like, you know, seems like a fine thing for them to do. I might at some point actually play into it. But in the meantime, now they have a cast down target that I can't really deny, except, of course, with Shore Up. But they're not sure I have Shore Up. It's of course, a likely possibility from their point of view. I could arrest this fly like I arrested the fly in the first game we won. Or second or whatever it was. I really don't want to do that. I'd rather wait for an actual threat. This land is enough to pump Knight of Dawn's Light an extra time. I think very worth playing. I could attack here, see if they fancy a trade. I imagine they would. Is that good for me? Probably not. I could be getting in decent amounts of damage by, like, stalling these down and then swinging with everything, but I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do. This land I'll probably hang on to. Like if I tap everything down, I can swing for 6? It's not so bad, I guess. But if I'm going to arrest it, I should do that instead of tapping it down. I don't know, I like cards. Oh wait, this doesn't need 2 white, it only needs 1. I think this is exactly what auto tap would have done for me. But I'm leaving up extra white mana because then when I play this island, maybe I have more pumping available? I don't know. I'm not going to actually pay into this, I guess, so it's sort of silly, right? Yeah, now by leaving up all this white mana instead of blue, I've made it so I can't comfortably play Pixie Illusionist while holding up Urtai's Scorn. Whoops. I tapped to allow Knight of Dawn's Light to pump, but I don't actually want to do that, so it was the wrong tap. Plus, I left up 3 white mana, which is more than I need. Tap. Yeah, I don't know. Just bad, I guess. Pixie's gonna have to wait because I really do want to have Urtai Scorn available. This screams counterspell, obviously. That's fine. I'm not countering that. I can just arrest it. Stall again. Very funny. Now I can actually play the Pixie and still have my counter. I mean, this is 10 swamps. It really must be mono black. Why? You're not even playing good black cards. You're playing some, but a lot of them are not very good. Like Tattered Apparition, I'm not a fan. Why do they keep looking at this? It's really just cast down for removal in black, isn't it? Let me look this up. Mana, what are the black instants? Oh no, there's Extinguish the Light, right? That's an instant? Yeah. Sure, end turn. So maybe that's what they're thinking of doing. You'd think they would have done it by now, though. There's that as well, okay. Again, I'd rather you didn't. Alright. Opponent's sick of it. I don't understand that deck. Tattered Apparitions everywhere. On the other hand, it did draw my removal and my counters, so is it such a bad spell after all? Maybe not. That's not Japanese, is it? It's like Southeast Asian of some kind? No islands. Kind of a rough keep. I don't think I can do that. Fine. No early plays, but I can send back a shore up and try to hold counter spells at some point. I found an early play. Nice. I look like I could be a domain deck here. You wouldn't usually run... I don't know, you could run Pixie and domain decks. I've certainly done it. Do I trade here? That's fine with me. I don't want them getting a bunch of scry off other creatures, I guess. No, thank you. Huh. I guess that's fine. Maybe it's unlocking their whole handful of green spells, but maybe it's not. Alright, I guess I'll hold Pixie back to see about trading for the fly. I'm pretty happy they're throwing away a fly for my 1/1. That thing threatens to block a lot of stuff. No. It's a pretty good 3-cost card. And right now I need tempo, way more than I need value. Okay. I'm not going to tap this down, I don't think. Sure. I guess I could put stun counters on both of these. Stops them from attacking next turn, specifically. Doesn't seem that great. I do need to draw a card that does something, and this casting this would help. Yeah, I'm not going to have the mana available so soon. Well, I'm hoping that I draw spells that I can play, right? Ooh, yikes. Well, I found better stuff to tap down then. Guess it doesn't matter which of these two I tap. I think I want to tap the Splatter Goblin because blocking it is a little bit less pleasant somehow. But it's looking pretty bad. Oh. It's a mirror, by the way. Esper mirror. We both have all three of those land colors actually on the board. I don't have much black. I don't know how their deck is divided. Maybe they don't have much white. So I could block here and shore up. It's pretty sad. But I guess... Well, no, I'd rather use it to block this. Alright, come on in. The problem is they're likely to have some combat trick that makes my combat trick not actually work. Sad time. Well, I have counter spells for that, I guess. looks like we're way behind. We could probably get lucky somehow, but it's not a likely outcome. Just casually 2-for-1ing myself, no problem. If I cast this, they can actually pay 2, because this is mana. Why did you kick this, though? I don't know. Go away. Okay, that's actually a really nice draw. It's a single card that deals with both of these. And I can play an island here. I'd rather save it. It bluffs things. It could occasionally get discarded to Vahar. There's not much advantage to playing it. Alright. The board is clear, which favors me, but opponent has real cards. Okay, that resolves. I can't really stop it. Found the Vahar. Just as I was saying, why we might want to keep this island. We're very nearly dead, of course. Probably not that interested in picking any of these up out of the graveyard. Maybe stall for time someday, but I hope it doesn't come to that. Great draw. Let's tap Vahar first, see if I draw an even better play of some kind. I'm not sure what that would be, but I'm not blocking with it, probably. It's a good one. And they don't have much gas left in their hand, I think. Like, this is mostly reactive spells, I imagine. They would be playing proactive spells a while ago. Trade's fine. Shoot. I can't counter this. I wonder if they went for that trade intentionally to get me to not have enough creatures that Protect the Negotiators would counter that. Surely not, right? Alright, well, let's just draw Destroy Evil then. Oh, hang on. What's in the graveyard? I can't use any of it this turn because it's only sorcery speed, but... Okay. It resolves. Easy mode. Do this on my turn so that if they try to counter it, I can counter their counter while they don't have a bunch of mana sitting around. I think I'm pretty happy with both of these cards. Let's just swing with Vahar. I'm really surprised they didn't counter the Destroy Evil, actually. Maybe this is mostly lands. So I thought they have reactive spells, but most of those... maybe they have, like, Essence Scatter or something. That makes sense. For how they're behaving. I guess I'll run this out. Could easily get countered. I think it should, probably. No counters. Okay. What's going on in your hand, then? Protect the Negotiator is now terrible. I don't think I ever really had a chance to counter anything with it. Maybe I should have countered the Relic. I don't think so. They haven't used this mana for anything. Except to keep up as like a threat to pay for protecting negotiators, but if I'd countered this, that wouldn't be relevant. So I don't really think that I can say countering this would have done anything. No. The opponent's drawn 8 lands. I've drawn also 8. I'm a tiny bit deeper in the deck, but not much. I think I could actually counter this, couldn't I? They can't pay 4. 1, 2, 3. Incredible. Gotta protect those negotiators. If they had a land they didn't play, that's very embarrassing. Just some tempo, fair enough. I mean, I feel like that was a huge turning point in the game. Getting that Archangel of Wrath was going to demolish us. How much did they cast it for, by the way? They tried to cast it for 6. No, that can't be. Yeah, they could have because they do have red mana. I mean, I still have lethal even if you kill this, so I'll allow it. Although not if you play another creature. This can't arrest enchantments, right? Yeah. Now you have an Essence Scatter? No, you still have no Essence Scatters. Very weird. That hurts. But those discards weren't that bad. And that's a play that didn't do anything for them in terms of tempo. Putting me at 2 is important. Getting me to discard 2 cards surely is the main thing, but they took away more than half of my remaining life. I don't have much to play with if they get some creatures out on the board, but I don't think they have any. I think they were clearly holding on to aggressive sabotage, waiting for me to be down to my 2 favorite cards, then being like, haha, gotcha. Which is fine, fair enough. I don't mean to say that it's wrong to do so, or that it's right, really. Hang on. Is there some, like, thing I could be picking up and casting that would be lethal? No, right? I could shore up or stall for time. But I want to save it for probably Destroy Evil. Looks like we got him. Looking for a 1 mana answer, huh? 2 mana, okay. Okay, I don't know what was going on in their hand all that time, but we win again, and that's 7, isn't it? 7 and 1? I haven't kept track terribly closely. Yeah, nice. Nice return to Dominaria United. Let's give this deck a name, as we had gotten in the... We're trying to get in the habit of doing for 7 winners. What is this? Lofty Denial. Very funny, right? It's that's a real card, but we're just playing birds and counterspells, so we're Lofty Denial. Add to decks. I don't know, was there anything else to say about cards that did well or badly? The Illusionists were not very good. I did once get to use one to kick Espionage. That was nice. Destroy Evil was insane, as expected. Take Out the Shield was okay, not as good as usual. All the counterspells were fine. Protect the Negotiators was usually bad, but not always. And for example, in the last game, it took us from obviously losing to eventually winning. This bird guy was nuts. Every time I wanted that bird so bad. Vanguard never really did much. I feel like that's what Vanguard always does. But he drew out removal once or twice. He's like fine filler. I don't know. If I were redrafting this deck, I'd probably put in a Rager or a Combat Trick or something in there instead, like another Take Up the Shield. It's nice to have a proactive 3-drop, but I don't think this is really what the deck is about. We occasionally get a decent number of tokens, but not often. And Raft does this, but better. Okay, well, good. 7 wins. Am I going to be back for more Magic? Who knows? Certainly not recording any more tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.